Have you ever wondered how to choose the best mentor for you as a Christian artist? Well, I'm going to give you some insight today on that process here on 5-Minute Mentoring. Have you ever wanted to have someone in your life who you could ask real questions about your art, your business, and even your walk with the Lord? Well, that's exactly what we do every Friday here on 5-Minute Mentoring, where I answer one question from one of my awesome podcast listeners in order to help you start really thriving as the artist you know God created you to be. Well, hey there, my friend. I'm so glad that you're with me today here on 5-Minute Mentoring. You know, I was just Googling actually on the computer looking at the phrase artist mentor. And you know how many people search for that? A lot. And you know how many entries there are for the phrase artist mentor? Over 73 million. You think people are looking for a mentor? Listen, they are. People are looking, we're all looking for somebody to be able to walk with us and show us the way that we should go. But the hard fact is there's not that many mentors out there, right? This is not as easy as it seems to find somebody that can walk with us in a way that's healthy, in a way that is helpful, in a way that that will encourage us not only what we do artistically, but also in the kingdom. And so I wanted to give you some characteristics today of really what makes a great mentor in your life. I look back on my own life. I've had the privilege of having some great mentors in my life. I've had spiritual mentors. Jim and Pat Banks for Tanya and I have been real spiritual mentors, almost like spiritual parents to us for over 20 years. I had a business coach in my life that was a fabulous mentor in business and marketing over a 2 to 3 year period, years and years ago, really set the stage in my life for so much of what I was doing then in a marketing business and what I do now in helping artists. But I look back at that relationship and wow, what a rich, rich time. I also look at art mentors. I've had the real great privilege of having different artists in my life to be able to speak into my life, to encourage me, to hone my skills, to test me and push me and allow iron to sharpen iron in my life. It's really, really important. And it's really been one of the things I think that has moved the needle in my artistic journey more than anything else. But you know what Paul says in 1 Corinthians 4? He says, listen, there are a lot of teachers out there. He said, there are a lot of, in fact, some versions of the Bible say you have a lot of guardians. You have a lot of people out there that want to tell you what to do. You have 10,000 teachers out there, but he says this, you have not many fathers. And when it comes to finding a mentor and working with somebody who can really lead you in the way that you should go, I think there are really 5 main characteristics that set a great mentor apart, just from somebody that may have some good ideas, but may not really have what it takes to take you to the next level. And again, when I'm looking for a mentor, when you're looking for a mentor, that's what we want, is somebody that God can use in our life to help bring us from where we are to where we're going, so that we don't have to make all the myriad of mistakes that they made, and so that we can speed up the process, accelerate the process of development in our life. So the first thing I would say is it's really important that a mentor that you're going to has experience, mastery, and authority in what you want to do. I mean, that might sound, like, well, duh, Matt, but listen, as you know, I've been mentoring artists for a lot of years. And when I first got into it, I said, well, let me go out there and look and see who else is out there mentoring artists. And you know what? Some of the biggest people out there were actually not artists. They were marketing people, or they were PR people, or they were gallery owners, or they were this or that, but they had never been an artist. And I was like, really? And so it's important that whoever you go to as a mentor has the experience and mastery and authority in the area that you want to grow in. Now, as artists, I've been able to receive so much from artists in multiples of different creative mediums simply because we're an artist. And so I don't think it's important to get hung up on, well, are they a painter? Are they a ceramicist? Or are they a jeweler? Or are they a this? Or are they a that? No, I think in a general sense, it's really, really important to realize that as you're looking at somebody to give you input into your life as an artist, it's important that they've got experience, mastery, and authority in what you want to do. Well, how do you know that? Well, you look at their life. Look at the fruit of their life. That's what the Bible says, right? By their fruit, all right, you'll be recognized. You'll be recognized by the things that are coming out of your life. So look at that as you're looking for an art mentor. Number 2, I would say willingness to share freely. I can't tell you how many people have come to my classes over the year, my basketry classes and marketing classes too that I've done. It's so funny for people to say, Matt, I can't believe you share all your secrets. I'm like, well, yeah, you're paying for the class. I mean, but it's really important. It's really important to find a mentor that will share the things that they know, not begrudgingly, but freely. See, that's the difference in a teacher and a father. A teacher kind of may teach you some of the basics, but they may kind of keep some of the secret goodies for themselves. I've had teachers like that. But a real father, a real mother in mentoring, a really great mentor is going to lay it all on the table and say, listen, here's the struggles, here's the great parts, here's the parts that weren't so great, here's the holes I stepped in, here's the ways to make this faster, and they share freely from their experience. So make sure, again, you can feel that and you can sense that as you're working with somebody. Are they telling me the whole story, or are they just telling me what I want to hear? All right, that's really important. Number 3, I think the older I've gotten, of course, I'm not that old. I'm only 46, but as I've grown in life, I think I've really come to appreciate number 3, which I would say, again, as you're looking for a great mentor, it's so, so, so important that they have an integrated approach to life, art, their spiritual life, and business. Listen, I can learn a lot from a lot of different people, but when it comes to a mentor, that is somebody that I'm going to give the opportunity to speak into my life and to give me advice, to give me counsel, to challenge me, to be that iron sharpening iron in my life, I want to know that they're coming from a kingdom perspective. Why? Because I'm not just a business person. I'm not just an artist. I'm not just a husband or a wife or a guy doing this or that. No, I'm a son in the kingdom with an assignment. And yes, that expresses through my life artistically as an artist, but I'm a whole person. And it's really, really, really important for me that as I allow people to speak into my life, that they're coming from the perspective that I know is from the same kind of perspective that I respect and that I am aligned with. All right. That's just one of those things that I've really found to be so helpful. All right. Because listen, again, just as an aside, there are a lot of marketing teachers. There's a lot of, different, do this, do that, do this technique, do that technique. And, they may get results, but what's the heart behind it? And what is the motivation behind it? Does the way that you're building your business, does the way that you're building your art business really reflect your heart and your desire as a person who's walking in the kingdom, as opposed to just somebody that's learned a really cool marketing trick that is kind of a fad and may get quick results now, but doesn't build ongoing relationship over time. Listen, I could go on and on. Having a kingdom-based approach and an integrated approach to life is so, so important when it comes to finding a mentor. Now, number 4, I already kind of talked on a little bit, but I'll just to reiterate, it's so important that a mentor that you chooses shares their failures as well as their wins. I've been really blessed in my life to be able to walk with people that share the difficulties in their life, that say, Matt, listen, bro, don't go this way. Why? Because I went that way. And let me tell you what happened. It's really easy in this kind of social media centric world that we live in, and even in ministry, and especially in business, for people to only give you the rosy side of life. For people to give you the side of life that says everything's perfect. If you'll just do this, everything in your life will be great. And, that's one of the things I've really tried to commit to in the mentoring program that we have, Created to Thrive, because I told them years ago when I started this, the people that were initially with me, I said, I want to be able to share with you not only my wins and the things that are working, but also all the junk that got me into the mess that I was in, and the solutions that the Lord showed me practically, spiritually, artistically, in business, all right, in order to get to the place of thriving and get to success. Listen, if you never know the failures, if you never know the roadblocks, if you never know the potholes that people step in, then learning just, things that are like, well, just do this and just do that and everything will be perfect, that does not serve you well. That does not serve you well. You want to walk with people who walk with a limp. I wrote about that in Unlocking the Heart of the Artist. It's like when Jacob wrestled with the Lord, when he came away from that, he walked with a limp. And that limp was like, hey, listen, this is where I struggled. But listen, learn from the place that I struggled. And a good mentor will allow you to see the places that they struggled in life and also how they came out on the other side victorious. And then the last thing, I think, again, this list could go on forever, but these are just kind of the 5 things that I think are really, really core. A great mentor is always going to continually raise the bar and require something of you. A mentor that never challenges you is not mentoring you. They may just be making you feel good. Oh, you are so talented. Oh, you are so this, you are so that. But a great mentor will be able to walk with you and challenge you on a regular basis, challenge the way you think, challenge the way you're spending your time, challenge the way you're spending your money, the way you're creating. They will challenge you. Why? Because God's put them in your life to be that iron sharpening iron kind of dynamic. Why? Not to hurt you, all right, but to get you to the place of sharpness, to get you to the place of fullness so that you can really start moving in an accelerated way on all cylinders. So as you're looking for a mentor in your life in this season, especially coming into this new year, this new decade, you're like, man, I want to walk with somebody that can help me grow in an accelerated way. Remember, look for experience, mastery, and authority in what you want to do. All right. Willingness to share freely, an integrated approach to life, art, spiritual life, and business, shares their failures as well as their wins, and also requires something of you and continually raises the bar. Again, they don't let you get comfortable. They're always helping to move you to that place of growth. Well, listen, I'm very privileged that you are listening to this podcast and that you're allowing me the great opportunity to speak into your life. I don't take it lightly, and I really do value the relationship that we have. And listen, I want to invite you to be a part of a brand new series I'm doing starting January the 23rd called Artists Rise Up. It's a masterclass. It's 5 live sessions that I'm going to be doing in a private Facebook group only for the people that are in the masterclass. It's absolutely free, and I would love for you to be a part. If you would, just click the link that's in the notes. You can find out all about it, and then when you register, it'll give you the link to the Facebook group, allow you to download the printable workbook that'll go along with each one of the teaching sessions. And during the sessions, not only are you going to get to hear the teaching, you'll also get to be on live Q&A with me and all the other tons and tons of artists that'll be in the masterclass. And don't worry, if you can't make it live, we want you to make it live, but if you can't make it live, there's always a replay available. So click the link in the show notes and you'll be able to find out more about the Artist Rise Up series starting on January the 23rd. All right, my friend, I love you very much. I hope this has been an encouragement to you today. Remember, you were created to thrive. I'll see you soon. Bye.